Hey gang, what's good? Welcome back to Pillars of Eternity. Here we are at the I'd assume we're at the very end of the game. We're about to fight Theos, holy crap. Now, in case you missed last time, we left with one hell of a cliffhanger, and that is us just sitting here. I actually went to go take a whiz, and I went to, I made myself a sandwich. I was pretty hungry too. What are you gonna do? Anyways, let's kill this old bastard. It's been a long time coming. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez, what has happened? Oh, no. Oh, no, is the game crashing? Is that what... Oh! Oh, sure, are they gonna come to... I mean, you know what? That makes sense. That's a fantasy trope, right? Big statue comes to life, wants to fucking kill us. Man, they look disgusting. Alright, let's quick save here. You know, maybe that's a bad idea to quick save here, but, I mean, what else are we gonna do? Alright, let's see here. Let us... Who the fuck are these guys? Woodika's judge? Woodika's headsman? Okay, man, look at all their resistances and immunity. They're immune to charm, confused, disease, dominate, poison, sicken, unconscious. What about Theos himself? Theos has no immunities, but he is resistant to... Oh, God! He is resistant to, blind charm, confused daze. Let's see. Is there any hard CC that... Yeah, he's very resistant to paralyze and prone. He's only slightly resistant to being stunned. Surprisingly, he's not that... I mean, he is resistant to it, but it's lesser of him being resistant to charm confused. I feel like it's telling that the things that are spawned of the god or the goddess are immune. Anyway, holy crap, let's get to it then, huh? Let's have... What should we do? Should we, like, move and reposition ourselves better? Because we're caught in a really bad position right now. I feel like maybe we should. Maybe we should do exactly that. In fact, let's have everyone go stealth. Oh, there we go. Except for Eder and Pelagina. And everyone just kind of... Actually, we might be fast enough to where we can just run for it. Let's just run down here past Theos and have this positioning better. Alright, let's do it.
Just say the word.
Go, go, go! Oh shit, I got stuck on him.
Just giving them a
fair that's shot. Not good. Look, he's charging up some sort of super fist attack. Alright, have at him, Eder. And Pelagina, let's just fucking burn down Theos first, because he's a caster, right? These dudes are just melee. I mean, they'll probably do some sort of, like, crushing attack that'll really fucking hurt in a major way. But you know what? I think we can handle it. I think we can freaking handle it. Here, let's lay down first a paralyze, or at least try to, right here.
Hey.
There we go. Nice. Did it work? No. Alright, but he did get debuffed, which is good. Alright, let us lay down some kings here. There we go, that's good. Right there, that'll get us all. Okay, now what will I do? I will speed up real quick. And let's have Aloth actually try and knock everybody prone right here. Actually, Aloth, you speed up. Mama's sad. Let's see, what do we want you to do? Just keep shooting Theos. Let's see. Pelagina, run around and fuck this dude up.
Good.
There we go, yeah, go that direction. There we are. Alright. Let's see, what else do we want? We want some... Let's debuff him first, because look, he's very resistant to our bullshit, isn't he? Alright, let's see, what am I up to now? I'm reloading, I'll fire off one of these suckers. Let's have Eder do shields up. Oh, look at this guy, patrolling all the way around. That's pretty good. Well, good for us, at least. There we go. Oh, shit, knocked him down, floored him. Alright, great. Let's see, let's have Pelagina... Man, the music is very quiet. It's gotta be said. Alright, Pelagina, flame on. And let us... Let's see, the debuff is incoming. There we are. Let's see, what all else do we want? Do we want some sort of super buff? What does this do? Melee range, okay. For just Durance, though. Huh. Maybe we want something better than that, though. Let's see, do we want some kind of, Yeah, this could be good. This added deflection? I mean, maybe we should have, like, some sort of defense against magic. What do we have here? Charmed and dominate. Whole bunch of that shit. I don't know, maybe the deflection is a good idea for now. Let's see. Huh. You know what, maybe we go with that. We can always adapt, right? I feel like he's definitely going to use some sort of horrific crowd control against us, though. Let's see. Here, let's debuff him first. While we're at it, let's do some debuffs. Alright, excellent. And let us throw down this fog here in the back. Seems like a good-ass idea. And then let's have... Yep, keep thwacking on that bastard. Pallegina, hit him with the good stuff. Let's see, Eder, can you actually summon out your little dudes? Summon out some little dudes. There we go, I just shot. I will swap weapons, and I will fire a blinding shot on Theos. There we go. See, oh, the little dude is here. Good. Aloth is summoning out some cold. Good. Let's try and do another knockdown. Let's see if we can't chain this shit. Amazing that these Oh!
That's not very helpful.
Oh, what the fuck was that? What just happened? Woodica's judge activates judge's sentence. What was that about? What did that mean? Do I have a debuff or something on me? My watcher shit just kicked in. What was that? Did you see that? Engage Eder in melee? I don't know what the hell that was. And he said, enough of this. What was that about? I don't know about this. Alright, let's shoot Theos again. Fuck it. Fuck him. Alright, let's see. Aloth, what do we want you to do? Let's have you lay down a Rainbow Road. Hell yeah, baby. Let's see, there. We can get 3 of them, and even if that one in the top moves, which I think it's moving toward the right, I think we'll be able to get it as well. Oh shit, did Aloth just get killed? Did Aloth just die instantly? Because holy shit, I think he fucking did. Oh my good god. Well, that ain't good. That is not fucking good at all. Holy shit. Okay. Well, let's keep on fucking Theos, and let's try and res old Aloth, because holy crap, we need Aloth up for sure.
What?
Oh my good god. Here, Durance, get the fuck out of there. You're actually getting really fucking killed real bad. Oh my god, he died. Okay, what the hell killed him? Jesus. Soul Jump. Absorbs 25 damage. Is that what that was? Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Okay, sure. Let's shoot him again. Look, he turned immune or something and really fucked us over real fast. Let's bring up, Durance. My god, if we fucking wipe here, I guess we'll do a cut to, like, the successful one. Jesus Christ. Alright. Let's see, did we fire away yet at Theos? Are we able to get him? Yeah, we are. Okay, sure. Let's see, let's keep at it. Yep, everybody keep on him. There we go. Let's try and summon out some more little dudes. Yeah. And let's see. Durance is coming up.
I thought it would...
Jesus, look at that shit. Alright, Durance, quickly just heal us up real quick, because, my god, apparently we need it real fucking bad. Let's see. How's Theos looking? Can we stun him again? Look, I can't even stun him. Look, I can't hit him. For some damn reason, I can't hit him. Is he just not targetable right now? He must not be. Alright, shit. Well, let's shoot this other big fucking guy. Maybe he's being protected by them. Is this some kind of, like, unique boss mechanic, perhaps? It very well could be. Alright. Let's res up Aloth here. We'll put it here in case any more of our range go down. Hopefully they don't, though. Alright, Pallegina. Let's see. Swap your target or some shit. There we go. Look. Theos is down on the floor. I can definitely see him. Shields for the faithful. I mean, maybe that's preventing me from hurting him? I don't know. Let's swap weapon again. Let's see if we can't target him while he's on the floor.
Ready when you are.
No, I just can't. Okay. Weird. Fair enough, I guess. Let's see. Already activated. Oh, that's weird. Alright. I wonder if this is a bug? Is this a bug? Is this working as intended? I have no damn clue. Alright, let's throw this down over here. Malignant Cloud. Oh, Jesus, Aloth. Oh my good god. Aloth, run the fuck away. When next you get up, run the fuck away. That's what you gotta do. Here, let's lay down a Consecrate. Oh dear. God.
That's how it...
Alright, we have shot again. Let's see, let's also drink one of these potions, speed ourselves up again. Fuck me. Look at this guy, though. He's just walking around. I think we're definitely getting that guy real fucking good. Alright. Now let us try and do a Malignant Cloud right here. Yeah, what the hell is going on with Theos? He's just kind of like chilling out there like an idiot. I don't know what the hell's going on with that, but it's not something I'm particularly happy to see. It's scaring me a bit. He's like meditating or some shit. Oh! It's happening again! Oh, look, he just healed himself up when that guy died. What? What the fuck is going on? And some spooky music has come on, which is not great. Alright, let's do this shit again. Do we need to get the ads or what? I have no damn clue. And it's actually scaring the shit out of me. Let's see. Should we try and fight this big fucker? Is this big guy gonna do something? I don't know. Let's shoot Theos. Let's try and stun him again. Oh, look, we actually did it. Oh, no, we paralyzed him. Someone else. Oh, the Rainbow Road did. Alright, good job, Aloth. Good freaking job. Here, lay down some more of that shit. Jesus, does that hurt us? Does that, like, nuclear fucking blast hurt us? Because it looks like it would. Here, let's lay down a nice heal. I know we've got the Consecration active, but still, we could do with some more. Here we go. Let's, Durance needs some. Pallegina needs a little. Hey, we'll do it back here. Pallegina can heal herself up. There you go. Let's see. Yeah, Theos is looking kind of weak. Maybe we can actually hurt him. Here, let's shoot him. Let's do a finishing blow on the old man. Did we actually drink that drink? Yeah, let's drink a drink. There we go. Drinking drinks. And shot and shoots. Oh shit, we turned him into meat. We turned his old ass into meat. Was that just some kind of weird-ass bug?
Failed. This fight is
Yeah, you failed, you old fucker. Alright, look, we're killing all these gigantic beasts as well. It's like Minotaur men. Oh, shit. Yeah, we just owned that one. My god, that seems really dangerous. Oh, gosh. Oh, we fucking did it! Easy. Nailed it. At your feet rests the body of Theos. Hollow, the dense wrinkles shaped by the silent shouldering of an eternal burden now smoothed across his color-drained face. Oh, is that what happened? When I started tripping balls, he came back to life or something? He went hollow on us or something like that? So he had like 2 lives? His soul remains still for the moment, defenseless, its energy expended in defeat. It lies sprawled across his body, like a death shroud.
That's the servant down, and the mistress still to go. A good start, worthy of being built upon.
Shit, are we gonna have to fight her too?
Thousands of souls he has tortured. Would that he could live those sufferings 1,000 times himself.
The grieving mother's eyes are cold and hollow as she looks at Theos.
In his own way, Theos must have truly believed he was caring for the people of Eora, protecting them from themselves. A shame his soul won't have a chance to reflect on his errors before it enters the wheel.
Some point, you have to look at the things your god is telling you to do. Ask yourself if it's worth it.
Damn, Eder. That's some fucking true-ass shit coming from you.
He spent his lives, more than any of us will ever know. For what? Binding the world to a lie. Could a man like that ever be redeemed?
Aloth shakes his head, looking down at Theos in pity and wonder. He looks up at you. Let's explore his old-ass, decrepit soul as a nuclear explosion is lighting the sky. With a deep breath, you plunge into Theos' soul, and where in Brackenberry it had been a maze of narrow corridors and dead ends, now it is expansive and borderless, its walls crumbling into heaps like the ruins of Engwith as you pass through them. You travel for what seems like ages, rushing to a known destination, a memory you glimpsed once before. At last, you see it. No more than a pinprick of light at the end of a long tunnel, expanding slowly at first, then quickly as you near. You come out in the room you are standing in now, but it is new and pristine, and filled with people, thousands of them, all turned toward the great Adra pillar and the machine that encases it. Theos stands at the machine, and you are one with him now. You look out at the crowd, at faces of shriveled old men and cherub-cheeked little girls, at mothers bouncing infants to quiet them, and fathers clasping their children's restless hands and watching you with somber acceptance. A woman with tears in her eyes gives you a small nod. You turn back toward the machine, your breaths constricted beneath the weight of unwanted knowledge, preparing yourself to set out alone on a journey without end. You close your eyes and open them again, to find the machine still in front of you, beckoning. You take your place in front of it and place your hands upon a large mechanical disc at the base of the great crystal column and speak a single word. Giant rings creak to life, building speed, setting arrays of carved draconic mouths aglow and sending tremors through the platform beneath you. The entire room shakes now with the force of the accelerating machine, all sound drowned out by its deep, deafening thrum. Brilliant tendrils of light arc outward from the pillar in all directions, and you look over your shoulder to see them engulfing the crowd, burning them brightly like hot iron. One by one, the tendrils disappear, leaving ashen effigies where people once stood, many of them disintegrating into gray heaps under the stress of the tremors. You look above the Adra pillar, and a glowing spherical mass has begun to coalesce atop the column where the arcs converge. It grows and pulses, translucent and bulbous, like some immense chrysalis, suspended in slow rotation, as though it were being spun from the arcs of light. When the last arc disappears, the spectral mass hangs a moment, no longer rotating, so bright you must shield your eyes with an outstretched hand, and it seems to you as though it is looking at you. You bow your head in acknowledgement, and look back up to see it melt into the pillar like warm candle wax. The pillar flares with a flash of light, bright as the sun itself, then fades into darkness. The machine slows down to an abrupt halt, and when the last echo of its grinding cogs has passed, the chamber is still, and you are alone. From all sides, reality begins to bleed in through the memory, and you find yourself in your own skin once more, looking down at Theos' lifeless body. You sense a listlessness to Theos' soul, an overwhelming fatigue that hinders its immediate escape and makes it vulnerable to manipulation. You feel as though your victory has given you some kind of hold over it, and you are able to do with it as you please. Oh, shit. This is like before, remember all this? Return it to the cycle. You will remember this, Theos. Remember that no man can hide the truth forever, and all you've done was done in futility. Your memory shall be your penance. Tear his soul apart. I do not envy you, Theos. I, of all people, realize the sway memories can hold. This time you were granted peace. Banish his soul to Braith Aemon. Theos Ix Arcanon, there can be no forgiveness for your deeds, only justice. You shall escape judgment no longer. Destroy all memories contained within. Your memory makes you a slave to your own past. Perhaps it can't be undone, but it can be forgotten. You shall trouble neither of us any longer, or tear his soul apart. Oh look, there's two of them like that. You caused me great suffering, Theos. You do not deserve to exist. Huh. I mean, we agreed to return all the souls to the cycle, right? So maybe we should do that with his? I don't know if his counts or not. I feel like there's a chance that it may not. Huh. Because if it doesn't, I'm tempted to banish his soul to Braith Aemon. Right? To be there with Iovara? I don't know. Maybe she wouldn't want that. Maybe that would actually be a fucking nightmare for her. In which case, do I want to tear his soul apart? I mean, I kind of do. I kind of want to tear him apart. But also, returning it to the cycle seems pretty poetic, doesn't it? You know what? Let's return it to the cycle. Maybe we'll see him in the sequel and he'll have something interesting to say. Your memory shall be your penance.
To apply the teachings of Durance would more immediately satisfy the cravings in my bones. But this is the stronger lesson, for his soul is already marked by his own hand.
Huh? Oh, so he was... Initially, he would have... In his past life, his past self, he would have wanted to destroy the shit out of it. But now Durance has seen the light, so to speak.
Some acts cannot be forgiven, it seems.
A cruelty worthy of this man. Let him know the pain he has wrought. Let his own choices be his punishment.
I suppose we'll see if he can rise above that.
Aloth nods slowly. You can feel the pull of the intricate Adra capillaries that rise up from the depths below the chamber. Many are bound with the great pillar and would pass to Woodica, but some are filled with the souls of the dead, bound for somewhere else entirely, and you know these are paths of rebirth. Stretching your presence as far as your spirit will allow, you make contact with one such path, and between it and yourself, you open up what feels like a long tunnel, sheer and undulating like the gullet of some enormous beast. You shift your focus to Theos' soul, clinging weakly to its vanquished shell, and with all your concentration, you wrench it free and send it hurtling through the channel until it passes into the Adra vein and can be felt no more. In the stillness that follows, a single word echoes through your mind, a word you spoke when you were one with Theos in an ancient memory. You realize it is the word that activates the machine. Oh shit, watch it be what's-her-name's name. It'll be someone's name. Ooh, look at him go! Ooh! Oh! 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 All the memories are fading away! Oh, some triumphant music is lightly playing in the background. Look, everyone has something to say. Everybody's got something to say to old Watcher Lyle. All right, everybody, let's have some fucking words. Damn, I thought we were about to head straight up with this machine and make some life-changing decisions for the entire world, but not yet. For now, man, we're gonna talk to our pals. Let's see what y'all have to say. We quick-saved, right? Yeah, good God, because this might go poorly. I don't know. This wouldn't go poorly. All right, Eder, first up.
Theos, he had hold of your soul from a long time back, seems like. You get what you needed from him?
I got an answer to an old question. I got justice. I'm beyond those needs now. I like saying I got an answer to an old question. That's very poetic. Let's go with that.
Those can be hard to come by, but maybe that's best. Forces you to find your own footing.
Eder grins.
You'll be feeling better soon, then. Good. That's real good. You got it figured out what you're going to do about all that?
He looks up at the machine. I don't know. I know what I'm going to do with the souls, Eder, but as for the machine itself, I'm not too damn sure, so not yet.
Got a lot of people out there thinking they've been abandoned by their gods. There's not much that'll put the fear in you more than that. You can take my word for it. If it was in my power, and I know it's not, but if it was, I'd find a way to give them the courage to face it. Not because they think there's some god looking out for them, but because they've just got it in them.
Damn, Eder, that's some real shit.
After what you've been through, though, I'm sure you got your own ideas. Better make it good.
He winks. Oh, good old Eder. What a nice dude. All right, Pallegina, you're up next.
So much for Theos, then.
The membranes of Pallegina's golden eyes sweep out and retract as she gazes into the great machine.
Now you have a chance to set things right, back to the proper order of things. It will take the Dyrwood generations to recover, but at least these souls will find their way back to the wheel, as it should be.
Yeah. That's probably what I'm going to do about those souls, that's for sure. All right, Aloth, what's up?
Astounding. I always knew the leaden key stood for something big, but I didn't quite realize what I'd gotten myself into. And now, you're in the middle of something even bigger. With a decision that will affect millions.
He looks at the massive Adra pillar.
But even if you send the souls somewhere specific now, who knows what the next turn of the wheel will make of them? We can't really control what happens to them. Nor should we try. I had to see the monster Theos had become to realize that.
I think you're right, Aloth. I think you're absolutely right, because even no matter where we sent them, unless we like disintegrated and destroyed them, they just go back to wherever the hell. Alright, he looks back at the pillar. Yeah, maybe so, Aloth, maybe so.
It's your decision, of course. And whatever you decide, I'm glad our paths crossed in Gilded Vale.
Oh, good old Aloth, our longest-standing companion. Alright. And what about Durance, the old rat bastard of a man who is changing his ways, slowly but surely?
Ah, the end of the road greets us at last. You fared well, Watcher. Better than any Watcher has right to. Seems you were a field in need of a flame's cleansing.
His eyes narrow.
Would that my own trial had produced such an outcome. I had figured myself for the field all this time. But you were the field, and I the darkness. A lesson neither of Durance nor of Margarin. But with that trial's end, a new one begins. A god's trial. And I will stand in judgment without mercy.
Alright. Grieving mother.
Theos may be gone, but his crimes, the wounds he has inflicted, remain.
Jeez. The happy music is a little late there, but I'll take it. The grieving mother closes her eyes and gives you a single deep nod.
And yet, if we would free ourselves from his legacy, you must first free the souls he has trapped. His work cannot be undone. Chaining these souls to broken lives will only prolong it.
The chimes at her wrist sound as she knits her fingers together. Yeah, you're right.
It is not the easy choice, Watcher. But much ill comes from forcing the world into a shape that does not fit it. We must allow for the mercies of the cycle to heal the lost, and live with our wounds for a time.
I like that she has that to say, because that's very fitting with her arc, huh? Alright, farewell. Wow, holy shit. Alright, well, I guess this is it. This is our big decision here, what the hell we're gonna do. Is this the end? I thought we would have at least words with Woodica, right? I don't know.
Just say the word.
Maybe we will. Alright, Team Watcher, this is it. It's all been leading up to this. The great pillar of eternity is within our grasp, and what will we do? Well, we're going to do what we set out to do. I mean, if you think about it, gods or no, I think I probably would have been convinced to return all the souls to the wheel anyway. You think that's the wheel right there? What even is the wheel? Do you think it's... Maybe this is the wheel. You know, I'm feeling like things are not quite what they seem. Maybe this wheel isn't so metaphorical. We were talking about this earlier. I think maybe that's exactly what the hell... As you approach the machine, the path underfoot suddenly changes to a cobbled road. If you hadn't experienced visions like this already in Terra Everon, you'd be tempted to believe that the machine had sucked you into it and deposited you in the middle of nowhere. The sun blazes overhead, and the rolling meadows and thick forests on either side of the road could be seen anywhere in the Dyrwood. A shrill cackle turns your head. Must be her. Oh, it's Skein. Standing next to you is a malnourished man clad in a threadbare loincloth and manacles. His entire body is striped with lash marks, and there are scarred pits where his nose and ears should be. He stinks of stale sweat and unwashed filth. You notice someone wandering down the road, but the figure's back is to you. The scarred slave is your attention for now.
You know something of quiet servitude, Watcher. Groveling and simpering before the gods whose aid you need, so that when they finally raise you to a place of power, you can seize what you desire.
His black eyes glitter.
You have labored at the pleasure of others, That shriveled hag in Hadrat House, those pompous dear wooden zealots, the wretched tribesmen playing out their fantasies of grandeur. And then you cowered and knelt before the gods themselves, begging one paltry favor and receiving riddles and visions in response.
Yo, Skein, I didn't have a choice. If I went down there, I would have died, dude. It had to be done. I had to make a deal. That's the only way I would have been able to get this shit done.
And now the gods give you orders and commands, even while you set out to fix what they cannot. Yet what have they offered you?
He sidles closer, a sly grin on his wrecked face. His stench is overwhelming. Man, was this guy like the devil or something? Pelagina says, "They offered us the means to stop Woodica and Theos. That's enough for me." I agree, Pelagina, I agree. A suspicious grimace crosses Aloth's face. I get the feeling this is his way of giving you new orders on behalf of his own master. Be careful. Given the breadth of the iron manacle, it's amazing that he can raise his bone-thin arm. But he does. And he points to the person walking the other way along the road.
The exiled queen is not an ungrateful patron.
You get a better look at the lone figure and realize that she's wearing robes, tattered and singed, but fine nonetheless. On her head is the silhouette of a broken crown. She continues walking, her pace slow but determined.
Finish the work Theos began. Strengthen Woodica with these souls and allow her to become the most powerful of all the gods, with you as her favored.
Why the fuck would I even do that? Skein's voice becomes a hungry whisper. I've been working against Woodica this whole time. Why would she thank me now after I've defeated her most loyal servant? What do you mean by her favored? Helping Woodica would mean that the secrets of the gods stay hidden. I've been working against Woodica this whole time. Why would she thank me now after I've defeated her most loyal servant? Let's hear him out on this. I'm not going to do it, but let's just hear what he has to say. Oh. The ragged hole in Skein's face wrinkles with disgust. Loyal and weak. Theos proved his inadequacy when he failed to anticipate you. A plan exposed is worse than none at all. But you have proven resourceful, equal to the schemes of gods. Woodica has a long memory, Watcher, for both friends and foes. And she keeps her oaths. Okay. Helping Woodica would mean that the secrets of the gods stay hidden. He rubs his hands together, his black eyes gleaming. Safely hidden, yes. From the violent overlords who would cease to fear punishment in the next life. From the heavy-handed masters who would answer to no one. The world needs some schemes. Or are the souls of Kith so pure that you would snap the tenuous threads that bind society? Aloth snarls. And Theos makes a better overlord. Fuck me, what is... Sorry, Aloth. And Theos makes... And fuck me, I don't even remember how he talks anymore after doing the Skein voice. And Theos makes a better overlord. This one... and Theos makes a better overlord. This one is the god of slaves. What would he have left if the world were unchained from his mistress's lies? I think that was his voice. Sorry, Aloth. Jeez. 200 hours later. Still can't... What do you mean by her favored? The recipient of Woodica's blessings. She has always had a place for mortals of particular merit. If you help her now, she will become the most powerful of all the gods, and you will be the one who made her so. Think of the lifetimes of rewards you would reap.
The only reward I wish is the joy of pulling bloody shards of her broken crown from my staff when I have finished with her trial.
Skein turns his flinty eyes on Durrance. So says your companion, who's been abandoned by his own god. Do you really trust him to make alliances for you? Skein takes a bundle at his feet and hefts the burden onto his back. I've explained the alternative, Watcher. Continue as a pawn of the gods, or a partner of one. At the other end of the road, the figure stops. She turns her head just enough to look over her shoulder. Her face is mostly hidden, but one merciless eye peers at you from a cheek of rippled, scorched flesh. Wow. Have we just bugged out the music? Is because I went AFK and like, took a whiz pig and had a sandwich? What the heck? Alright, I'll consider what you've said. No, I'm not gonna help you. No, fuck off, Skein. Fuck off, Skein. Fuck off, Woodica. No, I'll fight you. I'll fight you. I don't know if I can fight a god, but I'll fight you. And die. Terribly. But I'll do it.
You say that now, but when you're standing in front of the machine, considering the lifetimes and the powers that await you, we'll see what you do.
He laughs. He continues down the road, and when the sun suddenly drops below the horizon, it plunges you into momentary darkness. You come to your senses in front of the machine. All these evils we've seen, going all the way back to the Saints' War. That was all Woodica. Imagine if she was stronger on top of it all. Yeah, we ain't doing that. Fuck that. Let's quick save again. Man, anybody else want to interrupt here and try and pitch me on their bullshit? No? Okay. The machine resonates with the energy of thousands of souls. Standing near it makes your head spin. Alright. Well, let's see if we can't spin this thing. It's a fucking fidget spinner, ain't it? Alright, let's do it. Oh. Oh god, please don't crash. Oh. With your companions bearing witness, you step up to the place where Theos once stood before his people long ago. The great machine lies in front of you, idle, ready. You have seen this machine and others like it in operation. You understand how it works. It is a device for directing souls. As a watcher, it would be a simple matter to influence that direction. Though, as big as the machine is, it may be the last thing you ever do. Oh, shit. Should I, eat something and put my resolve up? Yeah, hang on. Not yet. Not yet. I'm gonna eat some shit and get my resolve up. Let's see. Who has the good resolve shit? Hey, guys, can I get some of that good resolve shit? I would love to have it before I do this. I'm kind of scared now. Yeah, Eder, I will take some resolve gloves, please. Delicious. I love a good resolve glove. Here, Eder, hopefully we don't have to fight some sort of super boss. Alright, and here, look. Dragon meat. Delicious. My favorite meal.
Ready when you are.
There we go. What's our shit at now? Look, resolve is, Oh, did we not? Okay, there we go. Nice. Dope. Alright, let's do it. Speak the command to activate the machine. There is a shrieking of stone grinding against stone as old cogs loosen and begin to turn. You have only moments before the souls will be sent into the Adra vein. This will be your only chance at redirecting them. Send the souls back into the reincarnation cycle, return the souls to the bodies they were intended for, entropically disintegrate the souls, ending their existence, distribute the essence to existing souls in Dyrwood to strengthen them, allow the souls to pass through the vein to Woodica, disperse the souls to an unknown location. Well, let's do it. The reincarnation thing. Here we go. Man, it's got to be said, once this is all said and done, I am absolutely looking up alternate endings. Hell yes, I am. Send the souls back into the reincarnation cycle. You close your eyes and expand your perception outward. taking in the immense totality of the tens of thousands of souls orbiting the chamber. Your grasp on the souls is tenuous. You find yourself fighting to keep them all within your influence, and you can feel them slipping away from you as the machine gains speed. Oh shit, we got double Chivos. We won the game. Path of the Damned. We did it. From start to finish, POTD, baby. Alright. So whatever happens, we got the Chivos. Dear God, I hope I see you in the sequel, baby! A brief moment comes when it feels as though you hold all of them at once, and their force is so great, it feels as though they will tear you apart. In that moment, you dedicate your entire being to bending their orbit, channeling their flow in a new direction. Oh shit, are we gonna get cinematic here? Ooh, I'm excited!
At your command, the ancient device became your instrument, spinning to life with deafening resonance and gathering up the swirling essence like thread on a great spindle. There, in the pale, pulsing glow of the machine that set you on this path long ago, you summoned all your strength, focusing on your objective and blocking out all else. With a single concussive blast that rocked the chamber and sent you tumbling to the ground, you freed the souls from their stasis. Exhausted, your consciousness slipping away, your last sight was of the machine, dark and dormant. Then your eyes closed, and sleep welcomed you at long last. After coming to and searching for some time, you discovered the route Theos used to enter Sun in Shadow, and embarked on a long and arduous ascent back to the surface. You emerged in Ter Evron after days of tunneling through the rubble Theos had left behind, and when you stepped into the daylight, you were faced with a different Dyrwood than the one you had left. At your direction, the lost souls of the Hollowborn were funneled back into the churn of Bareth's wheel to find their way into new vessels and partake in the life they had been denied during Whitewind's legacy. Though parents of Hollowborn would remain just that, the end of Whitewind's legacy would bring about a spate of new, healthy births, with many of the infants bearing souls once meant for Hollowborn children. The natural cycle of life and death had been restored to Dyrwood, and with it came a renewed faith in the providence of the gods. Lord Radric's zeal had brought him back to life once, but it would not do so again. Radric's destruction at your hands spelled the end of his suffocating rule over Gilded Vale and the surrounding area. In his absence, the village prospered, becoming a popular destination for new settlers anxious to leave Defiance Bay after the riots. Without a nearby ruler, it also grew more wild, with many settlers moving on as soon as they'd arrived, turned off by lawlessness that was excessive even by Dyrwoodan standards. Nevertheless, despite the challenges of living there, Gilded Vale had survived, and would continue to survive for the foreseeable future.
We said his name wrong the whole
Following
time!
the assassinations of Duke Avar Wolfgren and Lady Webb, Defiance Bay was thrown into political upheaval.
Oh,
In
shit.
the ensuing
Of course.
weeks, the streets had become the domain of looters and blackguards. Few dared to step outside their own doors alone or unarmed. But once the dozens had regrouped in the wake of the riots, they quickly put an end to the criminal activity. They patrolled the streets in droves and administered their brand of law on any perceived offenders. This was not the erratic justice of the mob, however. The dozens had taken to heart the strengths of their adversaries, the Knights of the Crucible, and emerged as a far more organized, disciplined force. With the waning strength of the other Defiance Bay powers, the leadership of the dozens took the opportunity to establish its own group as the dominant peacekeeping force in the city.
Huh.
The dozens would soon find themselves overwhelmed by the problems of a leaderless metropolis. But they found an uneasy new partner in the surviving forces of the Crucible Knights, who understood the city's infrastructure and were able to keep the worst of its problems under control. Though the machine atop Ter Noaneth had been disabled, it had not seen its last use. Heritage Hill was rebuilt, and no sooner had the first families moved in to resettle the district than members of the Leaden Key, acting under standing orders from their Grand Master, climbed the tower and reactivated the machine. The initiates slew a handful of the new settlers under cover of night, and watched as history repeated itself, the victims reanimating and devouring the survivors. After this second incident, the district would remain abandoned. The Duke's assassination at the apparent hands of an Animancer had caused catastrophic rioting in the streets of Defiance Bay, and few Animancers survived the first day. Many Dyrwoodans took the end of Widewind's legacy as a sign, both that the gods did not approve of animancy, and that the purging of Animancers in Defiance Bay had been enough to satisfy them.
Wow.
In time, their rage would subside, and a number of surviving Animancers remained in and around Defiance Bay, often taking to the wilds to practice their science without repercussions. Abidon's renewal brought new vigor and purpose to a god long known for quiet, steady labor.
Hey, this is
Handicraft saw a revival in the Dyrwood, and no smith wanted for an apprentice.
White March stuff.
Additionally, Abidon's restored interest in preservation led to redoubled efforts to survey Engwithan ruins. Animancers and craftsmen alike found much to study, but tensions with Eir Glanfath rose. As for Stalwart, the Battle of Caeron's Scar only strengthened their resolve to unlock the mysteries of Durgan steel and build new marvels with the White Forge. However, Stalwart's ambitions brought them into further conflict with the Raid Serens, as more and more impoverished communities gathered at the border and vowed to finish the work of the Iron Flail. It would be many generations before the region saw peace.
Shit.
The battle against the Eyeless left Stalwart more hostile than ever toward the ogres in its midst, and the villagers grew bolder as they grew more prosperous. After a handful of bloody skirmishes, the Flames That Whisper clan left the Russet Wood to seek a quieter, more isolated home in the White March. While many such places existed in the mountains, the crossing was treacherous, and the ogres often found themselves embattled with other clans whose territory they passed. Less than half of the Flames That Whisper survived the journey, but those that did found a haven far from Kith lands.
I don't give a shit about these
Honka's
ogres.
death had brought the Devil of Carrick little satisfaction. In time, her taste for vengeance soured. What replaced it was a hunger to feel something, anything, new. Summer had thinned the snowpack twice over when she felt the joint at her elbow first begin to stiffen. She turned her back on the hopes of animancy and civilization and walked east. She pushed through the mountains, past Raid Ceres, and into the broad plains of Ishamiddle. She had forgotten what it was like to simply journey, no goal or destination in mind. Though she felt nothing more than the steady thump of her feet on the road, the endless horizons and grassy meadows were new to her. She measured her time in the gradual rusting of her body and was satisfied.
Yo, Devil, let
Her
me tell you about
movement
Skyrim.
slowed, but so did the world around her. Waist-high grasses undulated and tacked in the wind, as gradual as the tides. Sparrows and blackjays made steady pilgrimages across the sky, each flap of their wings a solemn salute.
Oh, that's beautiful.
She could hardly move when she found something she had never seen before, the ocean. With the last of her strength, she pulled herself beneath the water, content at last to feel the movement of currents and the constant caress of the waves.
Oh my god, that's fucking beautiful.
Zawa came to believe that the Dakan had survived through him. He returned to Ishamiddle, where he united a number of small, vulnerable tribes under the beliefs of his people. He called them Takanakin, kin of Takan, and under his tutelage, they became strong enough to resist would-be conquerors. Zawa taught his secrets not to one chosen person, but to all, that the line of knowledge might never be broken. Free from the burden of her memory, Maneha soon left the gift-bearers and resumed adventuring. Now that she had a taste for the world, she wanted to experience it anew. Maneha rediscovered her zest for battle, extravagance, and romance. She kept her gaze on the horizon, looking from one journey to another more distant, from the lover in her arms to another more fervent. Hers was a life of excitement, violence, and passion. She moved too quickly for regret to catch up with her, and she hoped only that she might outpace it in the next life as well.
She's the only companion I
The
felt like
fortress of
maybe I understand.
Cadnua emerged as a bastion of security in the midst of an untamed land, becoming the envy of every thane and earl in Dyrwood. Legend grew over time of its impregnability, and stories of formidable invaders easily scattered by the keep's defenses became popular around the hearths of Dyrwoodinians. Likewise, it also became a beacon to travelers, merchants, and visiting dignitaries alike. Reputed as the finest fortress in all Dyrwood, people would journey from near and distant lands alike to experience its fabled hospitality and grandeur. After the death of the Master below, a strange quiet fell over the endless paths of Ad-Nua. The attacks on the fortress above ceased, Ad-Nua's silent titan the closest remaining thing to a master in its musty, forgotten passages.
It's a big deal in the sequel.
Pallegina had gone against the Duke Spell's orders by inventing a new trade arrangement with the Anamenfath to accommodate the recovering Dyrwooden market. With the Dyrwood's people still weakened by Weidwin's legacy, the Valian republics easily pushed their would-be competitors out of the market. For her outrageous insubordination and audacity, Pallegina was banished from the republics.
Oh, shit.
She traveled north in the Eastern Reach, avoiding Valian ports and entering the ranks of the kind wayfarers. Despite her bravery and dedication to those in her care, her strange appearance made her feel like an outsider wherever she went.
Shit.
Haravius took his leave of the party.
Why didn't she
and,
hang out with me?
after his first bath in years, returned to his nomadic lifestyle. With his homesickness expunged, he found renewed joy and tranquility in his wandering survey of the wilderness. For the first time in his life, he ventured beyond sight of the mountains of Glonfath. During his travels, he penned numerous journals and sketches detailing his travels through frozen tundra, searing desert, and tropical forests. Wherever he went, Haravius left behind stories of the Autumn Druid, a temperamental, one-eyed wise man of the forest, known to bring food to lost travelers, and unusual advice to anyone willing to ask him a question. Adair chose not to return home to Gilded Vale. Still most comfortable far from cities, he settled in Dyrford, which, like many towns in the Dyrwood, was beginning the slow process of rebuilding. Believing now that it was the obligation of Kith to be the leaders their gods had not, Adair was soon named mayor of the town.
What?
And under his guidance, Dyrford soon began to prosper. He expelled the last of the Skeinites from the area and drew new settlers with the offer of land, a trick he had learned from someone he otherwise preferred to forget. With each passing day, Dyrford would come to more closely resemble the Gilded Vale of Adair's childhood, the one worthy of its name.
Man.
When the
So in
dust
Pillars
settled
2,
in
he's
sun and shadow, Aloth looked upon the remains of Theos Ixarchanon, his former master. He saw where the Grand Master had gone wrong and what would be required to undo the harm Theos had wrought. With a flick of his wrist, he burned Theos's robe, headdress, and every other symbol of the man's power. Never again, he vowed, should Kith live in fear and blind obedience to an authority they did not understand. Armed with the knowledge and courage he had gained on his journeys with the Watcher, he set out on the long and lonely task of dismantling the Leaden Key. With both their aims fulfilled, Kanarua bid the Watcher farewell and sailed back to his beloved Rawatai. There, he reported on his findings to the Lore College. Kana spoke of the Engwithan people, describing both their vile experiments and their inspiring accomplishments. He spoke too of the destruction of the tablet by the Leaden Key, and the group's efforts to erase the Engwithan legacy from the world. Both inspiration and cautionary tales, he said, could be found in the world beyond Rawatai's borders. Kana urged his people to continue to pursue knowledge abroad, so that the lessons found there might benefit Tekoa. Kana's inability to prove his theory of Engwithan influence diminished his academic standing, but his passion drew much interest from those less concerned with degrees. Kana swiftly became an influential figure in the move toward a more collaborative approach to expansion on the northern continent. In his personal life, he came to enjoy the reputation of an affable eccentric, willing to share grand and impossible secrets, along with a drink and a song.
Don't know if I said that, but his
With
sister's
Theos
a companion
defeated
in the
and
sequel.
the souls released from sun and shadow, healthy children were born once again in the Dyrwood. The grieving mother sought a place where she might do penance for the birthing bell. She returned to Dyrwood, where, to the astonishment of the villagers, she delivered the first healthy child in over a decade. She remained there, and with each new birth, she saw a measure of hope restored to the Dyrwood, and a measure of grace for her own troubled past.
Wow.
Durrance used Mogren's strength only until Theos had been cast from the world, and then swore off her influence entirely. Regret came to weigh heavily on his mind, and a man who had never previously lacked for words or opinions came to embrace silence and contemplation. He continued to wander, penniless and destitute, searching now not for the reason for his goddess's silence, but for a mechanism for revenge. The charred robes he continued to wear as a reminder that he had been burned by his goddess, and not just by the flames of the Godhammer. Sagani experienced the 4 months of her journey back to Masuk in vivid colors. She strove to memorize every moment of her final trip through the Dyrwood, Erglonfoth, the Valian Republics, and beyond, preparing to tell her village of what she had seen on her long journey. All of Masuk shared in her triumph, and she felt her pride and elation magnified by the joy of her village. Never again did she doubt the value of her sacrifices. After decades as a long hunter, Sagani finally became one of Masuk's most respected elders. She guided her community with wise counsel, and a generation after she finally passed, another huntress journeyed into the world to find her soul. For you, the death of Theos brought an end to your waking visions, and a silence to the whispers of the past. In their absence, you were able to sleep. The questions of a distant lifetime ceased to trouble your soul. All that remained was what to make of the answer. But at the moment, there was little to be done, and the matter would have to wait. A long journey loomed ahead.
Yo, Terra Evron looks dope from there. Oh, shit. Oh, there it is! The old Pillar of Eternity! Oh, man, dude! That was pretty good! I really enjoyed that, oh my goodness! Jeez, well, I guess I should say thanks for tuning in and watching all these, gosh, what are we on, 160-something now at this point? Yeah, thanks for tuning in and watching, like, 160, well, I guess it'd probably be about 150 hours, because a lot of them are about 50 minutes, and there's a few that go over an hour, and a few that go about half an hour, or something like that. But yeah, wow, what a long-ass playthrough. I've said it so many times that I'm amazed by how long Pillars of Eternity turned out to be. I honestly expected it to be just like about the same length as Shadowrun Returns or Shadowrun Dragonfall, but no, it is humongous. Wow. And what a pleasant surprise, honestly. I enjoyed almost all of it. The bounties got to be a little bit of a grind, but that was to be expected. I put that on myself. But anyway, holy crap. If you've, thanks for watching. If you've been here from the beginning, from the very, very beginning, oh my gosh, it's probably been like over a year now. I think it has. It's definitely been over a year, right? Since we started playing Pillars of Eternity? Yeah. Wow. That's a lot. My gosh, but yeah, thank you if you've been watching this playthrough since the very beginning, or maybe you've tuned in somewhere in the middle, or maybe you just decide, hey, I want to watch the ending. I just want to see how this goes at the end. Maybe that's what you're here for. Hey, I ain't dogging on you. Sure, you do you. You do that. But nonetheless, wow. Thanks for tuning in. It's I think it's kind of like a great honor. It sounds cheesy, but it's like a great honor to, be invited into someone's life in such a way, like on such a regular basis, when you're like regularly watching or listening to, or even reading in the case of books or even articles, I guess, that someone creates or puts out or whatever you would want, whatever word you want to use. Because, I mean, especially in the case of this, like I said, like 150 hours, that's a lot of time to just be listening to me talking about this game and playing it. And I know it's not the greatest game for doing like a playthrough of, given the combat parts, because when we're doing just combat, I mean, there's not much to say, because a lot of the time I'm just like straight up focused on trying to get the combat done well enough and not fucking die and not fuck up in a major fucking way. But you know, the actual dialogue and stuff is of course fantastic. Like reading through all that's great. One of the benefits of these sorts of games, I guess. My God, all these people helped out. But yeah, thanks for tuning into this. Thanks if you ever... Gosh, this is kind of rambly and disjointed. This is why for videos that are usually more... have more of a big idea behind them, I like to script them out. I'm not good at the whole multitasking thing and talking as I go. Or maybe I am, I don't know. I don't think I am. But, yeah, nonetheless, like I said, thanks for watching. Yeah, if you ever liked a video, a Pillars video, thanks for that. I think it helps. It's supposed to help, right? Yeah, it's supposed to boost you in the algorithms or whatever the hell. Especially if you like the first one. I think that's important. Liking the first one. So if you wanna do your old pal Lyle Schnub here a favor. I don't usually do this, but
You better smash that like button or whatever the fuck.
Good God. And thanks if you've actually subscribed to my channel because of Pillars of Eternity. I wonder if that's been the case for anybody. I wonder if there's anybody who only watches my Pillars of Eternity stuff. Huh. More power to you, I guess. But, and thanks if you ever commented. As you know, I look at the comments, I read them. Usually reply to them all. Yeah, awesome. And of course, thank you if you've ever shared it or whatever the heck. That's a big deal, too. Wow. And of course, thank you to the developers, Obsidian. Got a lot of famous people who were behind this game. Old, gosh, we've been seeing their names going by here. Fucking Josh Sawyer. What's his name? Fergus Urquhart? Good lord. Fenstermaker. A lot of people who were responsible for, the very first Fallout game, I think, working at Obsidian, and In Exile. Brian Fargo, he's pretty good. I want to play through Wasteland 2 at some point. I never finished it. Because I quit playing Wasteland 2 because I heard there was a terrible bug that could screw over your saves. And they fixed it supposedly in the Director's Cut edition, which I think is the only edition that you can buy nowadays. Like, if you go to buy it, you just automatically get the Director's Cut or whatever. But after this, I guess, will be actually Oblivion that I'll be putting out. The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. Wow, it's weird for me to say the Elder Scrolls and not just immediately just muscle memory kick in and say, the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. No. Man, Oblivion. Jeez, my least played Elder Scrolls game of the three that I have played. But ironically, still, I apparently played a lot of it. I think I've said this before. When I went back to check and do record a little bit for one of the guide videos that I sometimes do, I noticed, holy crap! Although this is definitely my least played one, I only ever finished one big story arc in it. I have 200-something hours logged. Just a little over 200. Which is still a shitload. But that'll be fun to get into. Especially since I've got all the DLC for that. I haven't done any of that. I take that back. I have done the Knights of the Nine DLC, I think. But I haven't done, like, Shivering Isles, which is supposed to be just, like, fucking awesome shit. Just really fantastic. And I haven't done any of the little smaller DLCs that give you like a place to hang out and stuff, which we are definitely going to make use of to become some sort of cool-ass swashbuckling pirate. Speaking of pirates, holy crap, Pillars of Eternity 2, looking dope as hell. I don't know if you watched any of their stuff that the Obsidian has put out about the backer updates from the director, all that business. That shit looks real good. My god. You have like a pirate ship that you can hang out on, upgrade, buy different ships and stuff, in addition to all the usual fare. And it's like, apparently it could be like 1,000 hours long. Fuck me. As far as I know, they don't have like Radiant quests. So all that is God knows what. I don't know. But it's a shitload. And I'm pretty damn excited to play that. I'm not sure how exactly I'll do it on the channel. Maybe I'll stream it. I've talked about that before. Potentially streaming stuff. That's definitely a big possibility. And then just archive it here on YouTube. That way if someone wants to watch it that way, you don't have to catch it live. I do think, I'm pretty sure Twitch does like 30-day archives. I don't know, maybe you need to be partnered on Twitch, which is not the case for me. I have like zero fucking presence on there beyond just being some person who just watches other people. But that would be fun. My internet should be able to handle streaming Pillars of Eternity of all things. An online game, I'm not too sure. Should probably do some stream testing. I did some a while ago, but definitely need to do it again. Definitely need to. Something to look forward to. Probably when I start streaming, I'll put out like one video and just be like, hey, I'm streaming now. If you want to check it out, just follow me on the old Twitch. Or whatever the hell. I already have the account made and all that stuff. Of course. Yeah, that could be fun. We might do that. Because otherwise I don't have like a specific day to just upload Pillars of Eternity 2. Which doesn't... I was thinking maybe I would just upload it on the weekend. Just Pillars of Eternity 2 is always on the weekend. No matter what else is coming out, which would be Oblivion and New Vegas. But I don't know. I like the idea of this being a good reason to get into streaming. That could be fun. Get some of those Jeff Bezos bucks. Shit. What else? My gosh. So many fucking people worked on this game. And contributed to it, and... Gosh. Yeah, this was one of the, like, Pillars of Eternity 1 was one of the first, I think, video game Kickstarter campaigns that was massively successful. I want to say that was the case. And it was one of the first 5 or so to come out. And it was like a proof of concept of like, hey, holy shit, this Kickstarter thing isn't just some big scam. They actually delivered on their shit, and it's pretty good. But, you know, come on, it's Obsidian. They aren't perfect, but they make a good effort. Kind of folks that you could get behind and say, you know what? I believe in them. I believe in them. My gosh. I like the ending very, speaking of it being Obsidian, the ending very similar to the, like, ending slideshow for New Vegas, right? With all the differences and stuff. It's showing off your branching paths. By the way, where was, speaking of the ending, just occurred to me, we never fought a fucking bog dragon. Remember that? We saw a whole bunch of, like, well, not a whole bunch, but, one of the legendary upgrade recipes or whatever, it required a bog dragon scale, which implied that, you know, the bog dragon is pretty damn tough, like on par with the alpine dragon. Something like that. We didn't fucking ever see a bog dragon anywhere. We did all the quests except for that one that was, like, early to mid-game. Definitely wouldn't be tied to that one. I don't know, maybe we missed something somewhere. Probably be worth looking up. I don't know if I'll do it. Ooh, what if it carries over into Pillars of Eternity 2? Oh, that could be fun in and of itself, though, because we would have a pretty unique game state, wouldn't we? One in which we've killed almost all of the dragons except for the bog dragon. That could be interesting. I like looking at the, you know, the imperfections, making something nice out of that. That could be fun. I don't know, maybe a fucking bog dragon will show up in some sort of pirate land. Good lord. I'll probably make a few, character class guides for Pillars of Eternity. That could be fun. Especially since now like I feel like originally folks were asking me to, you know, do some when I started putting out Pillars of Eternity videos and all that, and I was hesitant to do it because I'd never played it before and I intentionally wanted to go in blind. But now I feel like I've got enough experience under my belt to give some advice on the classes and, you know, like a beginner's tip thing. Those are always fun to do. Been working on a new Morrowind guide. Probably be out already by the time this video comes out. I don't know. Hopefully. They take a while to put together, but hopefully. Oh, I'll probably do, almost forgot, I'll probably do like a little review thing. Gosh, a post-playthrough review like how I did with Mass Effect Andromeda. This is, I like this game a lot more than Mass Effect Andromeda. Sorry, Mass Effect Andromeda. But, yeah, that could be fun. That could be fun to put all those things together. Speaking of putting things together, it'll probably take me a while to put together, like, the openings and the closings for Oblivion when we start that. Yeah. I want it to be sort of like the same sort of cold open as Morrowind is. I'm kind of into that idea of all, like, whenever I do Elder Scrolls stuff, it's all cold opens in a similar vein to Morrowind Mondays. And whenever I do Fallout stuff, I'll always have, like, some silly narration at the beginning. Which, gosh, is a lot of work for New Vegas. Because you have to go out and get the B-roll, and you have to write a script for it. And it has to fit within the time frame. Jeez. What a... Not a very smart idea. Just put on a whole lot of extra work on myself for no real good reason. I mean, it's fun. It's fun. That's the reason. Because it's fun. I do enjoy doing it. It's pretty good dumb fun. Folks seem to like it too. I mean, even if folks didn't like it, fuck it. I'd do it anyway. Oh, jeez. Oh man, Pillars of Eternity 2. All the companions are looking pretty good. Apparently, the party size though is smaller. That's something. It's shortened by 1, which is a little disconcerting. Because we're definitely going to have Pallegina, Eder, and Aloth. Our 3 best pals are definitely going to be in Pillars of Eternity 2. But who will be number 5? Because, of course, including myself, that makes 4. Maybe it would have to be a healer, wouldn't it? Because I wanted Kana's sister. I definitely wanted her to be part of the party. And there's, like, party relationships now. So, like, they'll actually talk to each other more. Like, we've seen sometimes in this one that they'll talk to each other on occasion when we're, like, going through a load screen. And as soon as we pop out on the other end, they'll have some little quick thing to talk about. Which is alright. Pretty good. But supposedly in the sequel, as with most things, in Pillars of Eternity 1, it's being expanded upon in a major way. Looking forward to that. Maybe we'll spec Pallegina to be a healer. I wonder if we'll be able to do that. If we can make her a more healing-intensive paladin. Because in here, you kind of could. And honestly, I think we could have gotten away with it if we had Pallegina from the beginning. Oh, I wonder if we'll get our three amigos from the beginning in Pillars of Eternity 2. Or if we'll have to wait to unlock them piecemeal like we did in this one. I mean, it makes sense, because they're in the Dyrwood, presumably. And they would come with us. It'd be cool if there were other companions who showed up that were not available to be part of the party. Like, I'd imagine Kana would show up somewhere. That makes sense. All that stuff. Well, geez. As this is closing out, yeah. Well, thanks for tuning in, I guess. Like I said, expect all the stuff that I was talking about in the future to come. Oblivion's coming. That ought to be fun. Might miss a few days, several days that Pillars would normally come out while I'm working on getting Oblivion going, working out the specifics of a character build. I already got a lot of that finished, though. But, you know, working on, like, openings and closings, all that shit. So, probably have some, like, small thing to put out in the interim. Like that review, which will take time, the Pillars of Eternity review. I'll probably be working on Pillars of Eternity little class guides and stuff while I'm putting out Oblivion. Anyway, thanks for tuning in for however many you did, or at least just this one. See you in Oblivion. Peace.